Welcome back to another informative video. It's been a while. Masyadong marami nangyari for my week and I can't wait to share another topic with you. This time I want to talk about some of the choices that can potentially change your life. These 5 things also help me a lot in whatever I'm doing. And I'm gonna say it's not an overnight success or an overnight thing that you just think of today and tomorrow you'll gradually get. Hindi siya ganon. I feel like slowly over time you learn that there are things that you cannot get, or there are things that is worth taking baby steps with, but that doesn't mean na hindi ka na makakapunta doon. There are things in life as well that most of us try to veer away from because we are afraid, because we think that we couldn't do it or we are not a good fit. Minsan may mga bagay in life that tayo lang ang nagpapahirap at tayo lang din ang nag-iisip na hindi natin kaya. So, napapangunahan at inuunahan natin ang mga nangyayari. Kaya tuloy madalas ang na-attract mong vibes is yung negative vibes. That's why I hope you learn something dito sa ating video ngayon. So, choices that can change your life. Simulan na natin. Number 1, reading books. I always tell this to the people around me. Try to educate yourselves. Yes, experience would always be king, no? Wala namang makakatalo dyan. But iba pa rin if you read books once in a while. I personally love reading books. Grabe, sobrang hustler ako pagdating sa pagbabasa. I can finish 3 to 4 books a day. Minsan wala pang tayuan, minsan wala pang ihian, ganyan. Pero yon, I am addicted to reading books and it really helped me a lot. So I hope if you haven't coming to terms with your love for books, siguro try to read kahit sa internet. Try to educate yourself every night. Pwede ka namang magbasa para hindi ka lang lagi TikTok or scroll lang sa Facebook or sa Instagram, right? Second, saving and investing. Lagi ko sinasabi ha. It changed my life because in my head when I was growing up and when I was young, I always think of saving as the main thing. But then I realized ngayon na matanda na ako, nasa mid-20s na ako, that saving without investing is useless. Ano yung pera na nasa bangko, hindi naman lumalaki? Imagine yung mga banks pa dito, napakaliit ng interest na pinapataw sa ating mga pera. So if you have money in the bank, put it in assets, make sure that you have plans of saving or kung saan mo siya gustong dalhin. Yes, magandang may ipon, pero don't put it in just one shell. Palakihin mo siya, palaguin mo siya. So, it's a principle that I always live by. And I guess that happened when I was in my early 20s. Kasi nga, ako yung tipo ng taong gusto ko maging mayaman. Parang that's the ultimate goal for me. Whether I work or put up a business, my ultimate goal is to be rich. Yun yung gusto ko mangyari sa aking life. That's why these things that I am talking about kind of also changed my point of view overall. Next, number 3, weekly budgeting. Iba po kasi yung nabibigay if you do your weekly or daily budget. Ako, sinasabi ko lang weekly, but sometimes when I'm free, I always do it daily. Nagbabago-bago araw-araw yung computation ko ng pera because I try to save as much as I can. But if in case lang na may mga emergency, ganyan na nagugulo yung budget, I do it weekly para hindi masyadong stressful. It changed my life because your relationship with money and your finances should also be a part of your priority. Kaya nga may tinatawag na financial literacy. There are people that are literate, but in this time and age, there are also people who doesn't know how to manage their finances well. That's why nga like yung sinasabi, if you want to change the way you do things, your perspective, everything, they talk about mindset all the time. But before you arrive into that specific perspective or mindset, marami ka pang pagdadaanan. Therefore, if you cannot experience those, maybe you can learn it from others or you can educate and learn from the books that you can read. That's why, if I do my weekly budget, minsan, I feel so liberating, I feel so matured, yung ganong pakiramdam because I am actually taking note of every spending that I have for all my expenses on my own. Next, number 4, talking to more experienced people. Ayan, I wanna dwell on that. Get yourself a mentor. It doesn't have to be a person, maybe someone who you look up to. Pero mas maganda kung kakilala mo siya at you have access to that person. And I'm so happy that in this lifetime, I may not have a lot of friends. I may not have full experience when it it comes to business or everything, but I have a life mentor that I have met early in my career that actually paved the way for me in terms of how I manage things. And I'm really thankful that I get to meet, kasi sometimes there are people na naghanap sila ng mentor everywhere, hindi nila nakikita. I'm just so lucky na nakahanap ako ng akin. He's my former boss in my second work. At marami rin kami napagdaanan. Dami na sa akin naturo in life, work, love life, everything about it all together, because ang main principle niya in life, I wanna share, I want to impart knowledge, and yung mga nangyari at naranasan ko sa buhay ko, ayoko nang pagdanasan ng iba, so turuan ko sila. And in return, ako din, ganun din yung thinking ko. Sabi ko sarili ko, if I can give back, if I can touch more people by sharing then my life and the lessons that I've learned with those people that I met, I will share. Ganun din siya. And alam mo, there's a lot of learnings when you talk to older people, ha? Minsan kasi napapangunahan tayo ng ayaw nating kinokontrol, or ayaw nating, how do I say it? Ayaw natin may taong nagbibida-bida over our lives. I mean, let's admit it. The way we perceive boomers, talagang panira, kontrabida. But you know what? There are people naman that you will meet. Hindi naman lahat ng tao pare-parehas. You are just generalizing and stereotyping them. There are learnings, even sa parents nyo, marami kayong matututunan dyan. Of course, take the good with the bad. May mga bagay naman talagang hindi maganda na sasabihin nila, or may mga bagay na taliwas sa paniniwala mo. But because you know, in the digital age, marami naman na talaga nagbago, and there are things that they are saying na hindi na applicable sa atin. But overall, ang buhay po pare-parehas lang yan. Ang buhay natin, the trajectory of how the world works, pare-parehas yan. And I guess we can come into terms and agree on that. But of course, iba-iba yung experience nga, at iba-iba yung pananaw ng tao. But yung buhay in general, how the society dictates, how the world works, aminin natin, almost same lang naman yan. Paano tayo itrato if we don't have money? How are we perceived if we just wear normal clothes compared if you wear something expensive, or you project an image na medyo expensive? I mean, that's how the society dictates us. Pero the way you accept, iba-iba di ba? Kung paano mo siya i-receive and i-interpret. So ako, I am telling you to listen to older people, or to somehow get a glimpse of their life, kasi may matututunan ka doon. I mean ito minsan there are people who would talk bad about an executive. But ako, hindi ko yung tinitingnan ng ganun. Nakarating siya sa posisyon na yun kasi madami siyang pinagdaanan. Yung years ng experience na yun brought him there. So for you to tell na ganito siya, BS, pinagmumura mo or whatever, it's an understatement of the person's life altogether. Imagine ako, I'm only 26 years old. At I can never badmouth or I can never talk ill about someone na ang edad ay 55 na. Tapos executive na. Grabe yung knowledge no, na yun na 55 years. I mean, that's double my age. So isipin mo, double my age, ganito na yung experience ko, what more siya? So you learn from other people's experience kasi you don't want to experience the hardships eh. Hayaan mo nang silang makaranas, makinig ka para may matutunan ka. Marami kasing tao na, lalo na yung mga kabataan, na sobrang nang nagmamagaling in life. They feel like they can conquer the world, kaya na nilang lahat. But there is learnings in other people's experiences, especially the older ones. Maraming lessons yan sa buhay kasi tagal na niya nabubuhay, di ba? So marami ka matututunan. So try to listen once in a while, or try to look for someone you can look up to na matanda na, para alam mo yun, magabayan ka rin or makahingi ka sa kanya ng insights about life altogether. And then the last here in my list, choosing your group of friends. I think I've learned this kind of mindset since I was young through my mom. Noong una hindi ko siya gusto eh. I mean, naiinis pa ako sa kanya every time na pangangaralan niya ako about how your friends would either break you or make you. Kasi may mga kaibigan talaga hindi magandang impluwensya sa atin. Totoo naman yan. Pero, why am I saying that those are the choices that changed my life? I am happy with the group of friends that I have. Sila yung do or die ko. The type of friend that kung nasa gitna ka ng sakuna, ganyan, alam mo maraming pupunta sa'yo and you know that they'll come running to you. Whatever the day is, ganun yung type of friendship na hanapin mo. Kasi marami diyang akala mo kaibigan mo pero hindi mo naman talaga kaibigan. And yun yung mga bagay na ayoko ring maranasan ng ibang tao because mas malala pa siya nang na-cheat ka. They act as if you guys are okay, that you are friends with that person. But the truth is hindi. So mas magandang maging mapili ka na lang dun sa taong mga makakasalamuha mo. Parang you are also saving yourself in the long run from the agony or possible hardships na pwede mong struggle with that person kasi nga, nagpapanggap siyang kaibigan. Your friends would also determine the life that you'll have in the future. I mean, yes, family would always be your top priority. Ang pamilya laging andyan. Pero sa Filipino setting, minsan may mga kamag-anak or pamilya na hindi na pamilya yung tingin sa'yo or hindi na parang it's just a convenience that you call each other family but the truth is it's not there. So you'd find comfort with your friends. Paano kapag hindi ka nakapag-build ng circle mo na okay, the support group. And whenever I talk about things about friendship, gusto ko sabihin that you are building a support group. Your friends is your support group. Hindi lang sila friends because you go out and eat samgyupsal or you visited this place or nag-clubbing kayo. Friends is someone that you'll be with in the long run who would support you if you're feeling down, who would lend a helping hand, whether kahit pa in kind yan or in cash. Those are the type of friendship that you need to look for and to watch out for. Kasi mahirap mabuhay din ng nag-iisip ka lang lagi na people pleaser ka. Choose good people. Choose people with good souls. Ako, that's gonna be my take. Especially if I talk about friendship o ganon. All together. I think that's it. I'll be ending my video. So those are the 5 choices that changed my life. And I hope with those 5 choices, you get to also assess yours. Kung potentially change nyo by then yung buhay mo. Ayan, I hope you guys enjoy the video and see you on my next one. Bye!